Hey guys, this time around I have the Javelin. The Javelin is a one-shot sniper rifle in league with the Mantis and the Widow. I cannot compare it to the Widow as I do not yet have it, but I can compare it to the Mantis. So here we go. It weighs more than the Mantis. It probably weighs on par with the Widow. It is one of the heaviest weapons in the game, just like the Claymore. It has about the same capacity as the Mantis, same fire rate, it does slightly more damage, and it has about the same accuracy. But there are some unique aspects to this weapon, which set it apart. For one thing, its scope. Its scope is totally different. I actually personally really dislike it. It just is extreme tunnel vision for me, and it's just very distracting. Personally, but to each their own, so it's a dot scope. Beyond that, it has a bit of a railgun effect. It shoots out, let's just see the projectile. It shoots out a ray of light, I believe, as you just saw, of energy, like other Geth weapons, pulse weapons. It also has a similar reload time to the Mantis and the other one-shot sniper rifles. Beyond that, if you have an actual opponent, and I don't think you can see here. No. Opponents are highlighted in a purplish glow by this weapon, so you can see them through cover, for example. Similar to the mod that lets you see through smoke. It also, and I'm not sure about this, I have not been able to independently confirm it, but I have been told this, so again, not sure, can't really confirm here, but you can hit enemies through cover with this weapon, at least to an extent. So it kind of has the piercing mod that allows you to do a small amount of damage to enemies through cover, or just a varying amount, built in. So it has a couple of mods essentially built into it, so that alone does set it apart. But let's see how accurate it is without the scope at short range. Let's reset our targets. Oh, and something I totally forgot to mention, this weapon has a brief period before it fires. That sound is it preparing to fire, so you don't have to commit to a shot. You can... Oh, I wanted to actually cancel. Say your enemy's going to move, so you just don't fire. But, likewise, you need to actually prepare for the delay before firing. So not only do you have to lead, but you have to compensate for that delay. So it makes quickscoping a little more difficult. It's just something to get used to. I personally despise it. I really do not want to deal with that. But again, your mileage may vary. I'm sure this weapon is extremely popular with a lot of players. So absolutely to each their own. If you enjoy the weapon, more power to you. But now, let us test its no-scope capabilities at short range. So it certainly doesn't have perfect accuracy. It does have a bit of a spread. Seems to go to the right a bit. I don't know if that's consistent, though. Let's see how it goes at mid-range. Gotta love testing these one-shots. Everything needs to take a while, even reloading. So again, very poor spread, even at medium range. In fact, it's nearly completely ineffective. Let's see if that was more luck than anything. But that alone proves that no-scoping at medium range is a gamble. I can already tell that was much better, as was that. Bring him in. I'm having trouble even seeing. Here we go. So we hit the head, we did hit the torso, but that basically just proves that this is a total gamble for no-scoping at medium range. Let's see if things somehow get better at medium to long range. Kinda doubt it. Let's see if it's effective at all. Come back to me. So we missed our headshot, but we hit our body shot. Again, totally random, complete and utter gamble. Let's try long range. From the hip. That one missed entirely, I think. And I know that missed the target as well. Or at least the head. So here we go. We have one in the white. And I think one totally missed the board. Yes, so no-scoping with this weapon is only effective at short range and very short range. Anything beyond that is just not going to work. You might hit, but it's a total gamble. It's not consistent. I certainly don't recommend bothering on Insanity difficulty. But let us try short range, actually scope this time. It should perform about the same as the Mantis, so let's see if this weapon has perfect accuracy. Seems to. At least at short range. Let's try medium range. Excellent. Excellent. Just so you can see. Still looks good. Let's bring it in this time. Can't really see anymore. We got dead center of center mass and very near center, dead center for the head. Let's try very long range. And again, perfect accuracy. So scoped, this weapon has perfect accuracy at any range. No scoped from the hip. You really should only be using it, only bothering from the hip at point blank range or short range. Anything beyond that is just a complete gamble. You might hit, you might not. It's really just 50-50 at best. So again, this was the Javelin, the Geth Javelin sniper rifle. It is essentially a Mantis. It is a Mantis with some built-in mods. It weighs more. Where's the Mantis? It weighs quite a bit more, same capacity, same fire rate, a bit more damage, and the same accuracy. So just Mantis with built-in mods. It can see enemies through scope by default. It can possibly pierce cover. Maybe. I really don't know. I haven't been able to independently confirm that. I've tried. I will say this. Every time I've tried to shoot enemies through cover, it hasn't succeeded. So if it can punch through cover, it must be very thin cover. But any sort of significant cover, certainly walls or anything like that, no, it's not going to happen. It's not a railgun in that sense. But again, this was the Geth Javelin. Thanks, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for more target practice. Check out my engineer playthrough if you're so inclined, my insanity playthrough. Have a good one.